Hey everybody, it's Peter from Brantford Kia, and today I'm going to talk about Kia's Smart Key. So what I did is I pulled a 2019 Sorento off the lot, just, it's still got some plastic on it, still got some stickers on it, nothing new to it. But what I want to do is really talk about the Smart Key, because sometimes I get a number of questions about this, and you think it's simple, but sometimes it can be complicated, and I'm going to make sure that you know what the Smart Key does for you, because it might be different than your other manufacturers. So first of all, let's take a quick look at it. Here's what a Smart Key looks like. A couple of real simple things. Where is the key? Because if this key fob battery goes dead, or if the car battery goes dead, what do? Well, you take this piece right here, put that little button there, you press it, and, whoa, if I can do it right with my little nails, there you go. You've got a key that can unlock your door. So that's simple, easy to get in your car. And we've got other videos. If your key lock is hidden, you can search for your maybe Optima Sportage where the key lock's hidden beside a plastic piece. We've got a YouTube video on how to get inside there as well. So simple if you needed the key out of it. That's not really that smart. The other thing to know is that if you ever have a key fob battery that's going low and you have to push button start, because of course a Smart Key requires or enables you to have a push button start, you take this key, push it against the start button, and that'll at least allow it to start for you if you don't have, if the battery's low. Battery can be replaced, simple, visit your dealer, easy to do. All right, but let's talk about the features of the Smart Key. So let's go take a closer look at the vehicle, and I'll show you some of the things that a Smart Key allows you to do. All right, so I'm gonna walk into the shop, but before I do, I want you to keep an eye on the mirror on the driver's side door, so the side mirror. As I approach the car, I'm not gonna touch the key, so this could be in my purse or my pocket or whatever it is, and you can see the mirror folds out. As well as that, there's welcome lighting. So you have lighting underneath here, you have a lighting in the door here that you can't really see from the camera, but the car lights up around and it looks really cool at night. So it already welcomes when you approach it. Now there's a couple things that people don't know. Everybody knows you tap the button here once and the driver's door unlocks. A lot of times people don't realize that if I double tap this button, which I'm gonna do right now, double tap, and you hear the beep twice, then I can open all the doors. So if you're ever with guests, you just double tap that door, and again, this is in your purse, your pocket, whatever you need, and you can get into the vehicle. When you're closing the door, when you're done with the car, tapping the button once locks all of your doors. So very simple. Again, you never have to take the key fob out of your purse or your pocket, but there's a couple other features I want to show you, and they have to do with the rear of the vehicle. We're going to talk about the trunk, including a smart trunk. Let's go take a look. So the smart trunk is my favorite Smart Key technology, and this car has a power trunk, so it works a little different. If you have maybe a Forte or something like that, and it has a smart trunk capability, it's not a power trunk. We'll talk about that in 1 second, but what is a smart trunk? Well, first of all, the trunk can open without me touching the key fob or the trunk at all. Now we'll talk about it, but let me just show you how it works first. You walk up to the car, again, key fob's in my purse, my pocket, car blinks 5 times in 3 seconds. You also hear it beeping. You probably can't hear that on my mic. And then it opens up. I never touch the car. So why is this really cool, and how does it work, and what goes on? Well, first of all, it's called Smart Key, but it's also known as a proximity key. It senses that you're within range of the rear of the vehicle, and it opens it up. Now, there's a few catches with it. It won't happen right after you lock the car. So if I lock the car and I'm going grocery shopping and I walk back behind here and I'm in a noisy parking lot, I don't hear it beeping, it won't just open. It has to be locked for 45 seconds, a minute, I don't know exact time, but it has to be locked for a little bit of time. Then as you approach the car, like I just did with maybe your groceries or your children or whatever you've got, you can stand right behind the tailgate. So again, you have to be very, very close. If I'm out here, it wasn't working. If I'm out here, it was. But by standing closely behind the tailgate, it'll open up. Now, why is this cool? First of all, I'm Canadian. It's actually below 0 right now. It's very, very cold. But a lot of our competitors require you to wave your foot underneath the car. I think that's a silly system, especially when you've got snow and ice underneath you, and you're carrying your valuables or you're carrying your kids or whatever else, and you want the trunk to open. It can do it with a proximity key, just standing close to the car, and it works perfectly. If you don't want that feature, you can turn it off, not a big problem, but it makes way more sense to me to not have to stand on one foot and try to balance with all your stuff when you can just approach the car. So in this car, again, power tailgate, we're gonna close it with that button right there. It comes down, no problem. If it was not a power tailgate, we could just slam it shut. The final thing I wanna talk about with a Smart Key is the one thing that confuses a number of people. If you have a Kia Soul, a Kia Sportage, the Sorento, especially the Sorento without the tailgate, or maybe you've turned off the smart tailgate. If you are the kind of person where, again, the car is locked, you can tell it's locked right now. If I test this door out right here, it's going to be locked. The problem is, if I test out the back, by touching this button here, it opens right away. As long as the Smart Key is in my hand or on my body, that electronic touchpad will be enabled. So sometimes when people lock the car, they're testing the trunk, testing the door handles, and they find that that's never locked for them. It is locked, it's just on the touchpad handle is enabled simply because the key's in your hand. So if you have a Kia Soul, Kia Sportage, or a Sorento, and you're testing the trunk after the car's locked, if it's opening for you, it's because your key is on your body. Try putting it away, because we have sometimes people call us to the service department and say, yeah, my trunk never locks. It does, but if your key fob's on you, it's just touching that trunk button will allow it to open all by itself because you have the key there. So yeah, simple note. There you go, Smart Key. If you have any questions about Kia technologies, things in the car, let me know, because I'm looking to make some videos on some of the different features that our cars have. The Smart Key is a big one, but maybe you have a better one. So let me know in the comments below, and we'll make some more videos for you. Thanks for watching, everybody.